tiny, box-like structures, which he called cells. Later, in 1830, Matthias Schelling realized that the plants are made of cells, and Theodor Schwann found that all animals are made of cells as well. They both concluded that the cells are the basic unit of life in living organisms. And in the 1850s, Rudolf Virchow made another key discovery. Cells come from pre-existing cells, meaning that the cells don't just appear out of nowhere. And together, these discoveries form the cell theory, which states that all living things or organisms are made up of cells, that the cell is the basic unit of life, and all cells come from pre-existing cells. So this theory became the foundation for much of modern biology.
Well, I'm going to talk about the cell, the animal cell, and the cell organelles. Well, first, the cell has a nucleus that acts as the control center of the cell. Then it contains the DNA, and it regulates cellular activities by directing processes like DNA replication and RNA transcription. Next, the cell contains an organelle called mitochondria that it produces ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, through cellular respiration, providing energy for various cellular functions. Next, we have the endoplasmic reticulum that is classified into two types. The first one is the raw ER, and the second one is the smooth ER. The first one aids in protein synthesis, and the second one is involved in lipid production and detoxification. The next organelle is the Golgi apparatus that process, modifies, and package proteins and lipids for transport to the other parts of the cell or secretion outside the cell. To finish the common organelles, we have the lysosomes that contain digestive enzymes that break down waste, cellular debris, and foreign particles, playing a key role in maintaining cellular health. Next, we have the organelles unique in the plant cells, that are chloroplasts, cell wall, and the central vacuole. First one, the chloroplasts enable plants to perform photosynthesis, converting sunlight into chemical energy stored in glucose molecules. Next, we have the cell wall, composed mainly of cellulose, provides structural support, protection, and shape to plant cells. And to finish, we have the central vacuole, that is a large fluid-filled organelle. The central vacuole stores water, nutrients, and waste. It also helps maintain turgor pressure, keeping the plant rigid and upright.
All bodily functions rely on a coordinating system, which are the levels of cellular organization. The levels of cellular organization are basically the order in which life is created. The levels that make up life start with the atoms. A group or a set of atoms are what create the molecules, and the molecules form organelles that then will build the parts of a cell. A cell is the fundamental unit of life, and a group of cells is what then creates the tissue. The cell is basically what we as humans and also animals are the things that create the tissue, and then the tissue creates the organs. The organs are the key for the function and, well, basically the creation of the different bodily systems that are start with the tegmentary, also the muscular and the skeletal, the respiratory that would include the organs of, for example, the lungs, and the digestive that includes, for example, the stomach, the urinary, circulatory, nervous, reproductive, endocrine, and immunological. The endocrine is the one system that works the hormones, all the hormones in the human body. The skeletal is the one that has all the bones of the human body that basically is what makes us move, have movement as human and also as the animals. And the circulatory, for example, the heart is what makes run the blood in all the system of the body.
I'm going to talk about the cell transport substances in and out. For first, the passive transport that hasn't to use energy. This includes diffusion, where molecules move from high to low concentration, and osmosis, which uses water moving across the membrane. If a molecule needs a little help, it uses facilitated diffusion, where proteins guide the way. Now, active transport. These does need energy because the molecules move against the concentration gradient. For bulk transport, cells use endocytosis to bring out the things and exocytosis to push things out. And that's it, the cell transport in a nutshell.